Yo, what's good, Flow State Jedis? So, today I'm going to be speaking all about the 5 worst nice guy habits. The reason I can speak so confidently on this topic is also because I used to be a very, very nice guy. I think it was from the standpoint of pretending. Okay, I was just pretending to be somebody that I wasn't. I was trying to appease people and people please, and I later understood that this was because of issues that formed early on in childhood. The book that really set me in accordance to my own true path was the book No More Mr. Nice Guy, okay? The book No More Mr. Nice Guy was a powerful catalyst for me to actually realize, like, where am I actually going wrong in this thing? It was explained so clearly to me that I think it resonated and something clicked. So there's usually the creepy guy. The creepy guy is the beast without the priest. And then there's the nice guy. The nice guy is the priest without the beast. Okay, there's no competitive drive. There's no sense of confidence or pleasing myself first ever. It's always dependent on somebody else or something else, okay? So the script that the nice guy follows is essentially formed early on in childhood. Basically, the messaging that a lot of nice guys received was that you are not safe, you are not acceptable, and you are not desirable being who you are. And this creates a toxic shame pattern within the nice guy, where they have a very high expectation of how to perform and who to be, but no sense of reward. Perhaps there was some sense of neglect or abandonment early on in the childhood. And this formed an unhelpful coping pattern. Trait number 1 of the nice guy is to repress their feelings, making it much easier to hide. You know what I mean? Like making it much easier not to show who you really are. Like they're hiding their true intentions, okay, and what they really want. They feel that feeling emotions is a waste of time and energy, so why would they even feel it? They feel out of control every time it comes down to the topic of emotions or feelings, expressing oneself fully, right? Would much rather analyze rather than feel. Very easily caught in their head, very easily maneuvering and manipulating, right? Hiding their flaws, hiding their insecurities to appear 100% perfect. Knows that, oh yeah, I'm smooth, but tries to be smooth all the time instead of being smooth. Okay, there's an effort, there's an overextending of oneself that comes across with the nice guy persona, or the Weakling Wizard as we call it in Primal Sutra. I'm sure some of you guys are doing this or have done this and you've reached this realization. Even the gals out there, right? The chicas watching this video, they've probably fallen into some of these nice girl traps, right? The good girl conditioning is heavy in culture as well. So number 2 is the fixer mentality. Listen up, buddy. You're not fucking Bob the Builder, okay? This unsolicited fixing needs to stop. No one asked for your help. No one asked you to solve the situation for them. You're living in this mentality, I have to give in order to get. I'm giving, and over-giving, expecting some contribution, expecting some reciprocity from the other side. This leeching energy. And you're delving into some caretaker mode. I used to go into like a coach mode almost, in a sense, in my past relationship, right? Go into such a coach mode that I would just be, teaching her stuff, like how to get on or how to have a proper mindset about things. And a little bit of that is fine, right? Your proper guidance, masculine communication, authority, protection of your partner. But if you're saying things like, I did everything for her, or you went to the moon for your partner, this tremendous romantic comedy effort that you've given to make her happier. You've gone to the ends of the earth to be with this person. You pushed through every single boundary to find closure to this lack of being away from them. So there's 2 different kinds of nice guys, right? One is the enmeshers who just melt into their partner, and one is the avoiders, okay, who just kind of run away, emotionally unavailable. I don't want to do this. Get this away from me. I don't want to face any conflicts or bad emotion. Get it away from me. Oftentimes, women will test your boundaries. They'll test your boundaries to make sure that you have a clear intention and that you're strong and that you're okay saying no. You're okay standing your ground. The third thing is being conflict avoidant. Whenever there's an issue or whenever there's some sense of confrontation or disruption in the environment, some mishap happens, some issue happens, you just run away. You flee. Could be a pattern from when you were younger, right? Your parents yelling at you all the time, and then you just tolerate it. Or these ideas where, you kept getting bullied, right? And you kept taking it. So it's this passive aggressiveness that needs to change, right? That passive aggressiveness builds up and stores up emotion like a volcano, and then it could pop up in an unhealthy way at any time. The nice guy tells people what they want to hear, not what they truly feel or express. And they could even reverse that decision. They're not a man of their word, right? They could even reverse that decision to make somebody else happy. You can't keep everybody happy. It's not your job to keep everybody happy, right? And this is coming from like a happiness consultant or a happiness coach. Now you know how important that is. Number 4, settling for leftovers, okay? Settling for leftovers is this idea that I will take any little fleck or scrap of attention, of validation from my partner or this random woman who I'm trying to seduce or attract, right? Oftentimes these men will pick women to be projects, like I mentioned in the fixer mentality. They'll pick a low standard or low quality woman to be with, like someone who has addictions or someone who still hasn't, fully gone through all of their traumas, and like they'll attract partners who are slightly overweight or slightly confused about life or very vulnerable in a sense, so that their flaws can be highlighted and their own flaws can be hidden. This is an unconscious, subconscious process that's happening. Okay, I know some of this is hitting deep into some of your hearts, and you're like, whoa, fuck, I feel heard, I feel seen, I feel called out, right? I get it, man. I get it. I used to be here, okay? The codependence, the awful mistreatment that we've given ourselves as men, how we need to pick up the pieces, okay? Protect our balls, have a straight spine. This is what we need to be the savage shaman, the priest beast. You see this with a lot of partners, right? Guys who are just hovering around their girlfriends like a puppy. Good boy, good boy. Okay, good boy. Come over here. Aw, he's such a sweet guy, such a nice guy. Okay, he can't hurt a fly. You don't want to hear that. You definitely don't want to hear that as a man. Oh, that's so crumbling. Oh, he's so cute though. Oh, he's so sweet. You don't want to be the pretty boy. You don't. Okay? That'll work when you're younger. As you mature, you're gonna have to have this toughness that pierces through life, that penetrates through life, right? The masculine energy. You're not fighting for scraps, right, around the table. Oh, here's another scrap. She's showing a little bit of sexual interest. Oh, she's giving me some time today. Oh, another scrap. Oh, I got her in a good mood suddenly. That's another scrap. Oh my gosh, she finally gave me attention after a while. I can't believe it, right? Get out of this mentality. Raise your standards. Stop seeking these desperate women. Stop seeking women in despair, in bad situations, just so you can fix them. Just so they can become your project to be the most perfect version of a woman that you want, rather than embracing them for who they are. You can't fall in love with potential, my friends. You've got to fall in love with the present moment. So stop seeking approval, bro. Do you have a collar around your neck? A lot of men, I see them walking around like they have collars around their neck, like they're trapped in a loveless, sexless marriage. Like, what are you doing? Like, the divorce rate is rising year by year by year. Why do you think I'm making these fucking videos for you guys, right? Because it's that important. It's that important to learn this as a man. To evolve. To be greater. To impact the planet. What are the solutions to this? Getting around male friends who teach you what real masculinity is about. Badass men who have high testosterone and are doing their thing. We all have that relative that we know, right? Where the wife runs the show, or like a friend that we know that does that. We always have that buddy that will do anything for everybody, right? But their own life is shit. It's a complete shit show. We all know the guy who's afraid of conflict. Maybe it's us. Maybe you let people walk all over you just because you don't want to rock the boat. Okay? Or say something that might offend somebody else. But instead you would. Your authentic self would, you see? Your authentic self would set a boundary. Your authentic self, if you feel confident and you love yourself, right? You're able to go, you know what? No, that's not for me, man. Right? So this inner work needs to be done. Our Primal Sutra protocol helps you with this, bro. It helps you with this. It helps you overcome all this nonsense. It gets you sharp. You become the priest beast, who is what? The integrated man. Too much priest and you become soft. Too much beast and you become too brutal, too harsh. You need to become the integrated man, the savage shaman, as we call it. Go to primalsutra.com, primalsutragroup.com to join our free Facebook community. Gonna give a lot of value there, okay? We all know that guy whose life seems pretty much under control. It's fine. Oh, it's great. But then, boom, something happens and everything shifts, right? The mic drops. There's some random moment where there's a glitch and it seems like his whole life is tearing down. Why? Because there's so much emotional charge there, right? He's been storing and repressing all of these emotions hidden inside of him. You want to be the sex-worthy man. That is the priest beast. The priest beast is the sex-worthy man. The priest beast is the high-value man who gets the business deal done. The priest beast is the one who's not using spirituality to float up into the clouds and lose touch with reality, but he's grounded and authentic and has that sense of heaven on earth. You get what I'm saying? Okay, Ben, you said this place looked like heaven on earth. I think India is supposed to be heaven on earth, brother. Like, I honestly think that there's an aspect of that here. But again, like, people are still confused, you know? They need some guidance. That's why I'm here, showing the way. Saying fuck you to anything that doesn't serve you. That's how you're gonna get over the nice guy. Hey, it's time to grow up, bro. But not grow up in the sense of like, oh, I'm trying to be an adult. I'm trying to be a normie and fit into all these responsibilities and conditionings that I've been set into. Fuck that. Number 5, this is the last tip that I want to leave you with, okay? The struggle with intimacy. Man, this is a tough one. On one side, you have this fear of abandonment, that people are going to leave you. And on the other side, you have this fear of vulnerability. Like, I can't actually express my true, authentic feelings. I constantly have to micromanage or give some versions of myself and never be this multidimensional man. But it's more so, it's a fear of being found out. You get that? It's a fear of being caught. And this isn't a thing that happens just by you doing it all by yourself, right? This happens in co-creation with a toxic partnership. You face some form of abuse in that relationship that has permeated to this closing up of your heart or this lack of intimacy, where you've gone, no, fuck that. I'm not going back there again. I don't want to get my heart broken again. There's too much stress, too much drama, right? And then you find the conflict avoidance strategy. So to be the sex-worthy man, what do you got to do? You got to cut down on your porn use. You got to have positive mantras that you tell yourself. You got to breathe, be in that life force energy. You got to eat well, man. You got to eat well, move your body around. You want to have this sense of physical competence, right? Functionality with your human body. Maybe you're a nice guy and you're a highly intelligent guy, right? What if you had a better body, right? You might have a better body, but do you have a better spirit? You might have a better spirit, but you have a better mind. We need holistic growth, mind, body, spirit optimization. This is what this is, holistic growth, holistic evolution, right? Life is not so black and white, bro. Honestly, you can find the answers, you can find the strategies, but doing these 5 things are not gonna make you a sex-worthy man. It's simply gonna put you back into your nice guy tendencies, people pleaser tendencies, so you walk around having everybody like you. Everybody doesn't need to like you. Go do your own thing, win the day, be incredible. As my mentor AZD said, it's not your job as a man to lead the relationship. It's your job as a man to lead life itself. And the relationship happens as a byproduct, okay? Have an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it. Upward spiral gang. May we never be the same again. Us, I am Beast.